Senior officers, distinguished invited guests, graduates, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lieutenant Commander A.J. Jonathan, the Center Public Relations Officer, and the Master of Ceremony for today's occasion. And my co-anchor is Squadron Leader Osi. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the passing out ceremony of Nafrc First One of 2022-2. Today we have 360 graduating trainees from the police services of our dear armed forces. This figure comprises of 283 graduating trainees from the Nigerian Army, 27 from the Nigerian Navy, and 6 from the Nigerian Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian Armed Forces and indeed this center recognizes the efforts of our female non-commissioned officers who have served our dear country with love, faith, and strength. Accordingly, I'm pleased to inform you that among our distinguished graduates today, we have a total of 21 female graduates. They did not just attend this course, but also performed very well. Please rise for recognition. Announcing the arrival of the GOC, AOC, FOC, branch chiefs of headquarters. May we please join our hands together for them. You are all welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have the honor to also announce in our meeting today the presence of Air Vice Marshal Uzokala retired. You're welcome, sir. Of the service chiefs. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General F. Yahya, ably represented by Major General U.S. Mohammed. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Admiral Chumeda, ably represented by Rear Admiral A.N. Ayafa. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal I.O. Kamal, Distinguished Flying Star, ably represented by Air Vice Marshal C.A.O. Please clap your hands together for them. And please. Thank you, Vance. Thank you. I have the honor to announce in our presence Honorable Shegun Odegbami, MON. Also in our midst, the chairperson of NAFOA, Mrs. Priya Abubakar, ably represented by Mrs. Martin. Band, please.
Which account? No, this one here like I'm not really like. What do you? So that is light. Why did you come white?
Senior officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the guest of honor, Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Nigerian Army Medal. Prepare your rise. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, you may please be seated. The guest of honor, sir, General Lucky Nigerian Army Medal. Ably represented by Major General U.S. Mohammed, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Admiral A.N. Ayafa, Vice Marshal CAO, General Officer, Defense Coordinator, Nigerian Armed Forces Center of Association, and other officers here present. Mr. Adeyi Kabode, AIG represented. Commandants and commanders of military and information. Very senior officers here present. Captains of industry, gentlemen of press, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lieutenant Commander B.J. Jonathan, the Center Public Relations Officer and your anchor for today's event. In line with the program for today, please permit me to invite Mr. P.E. Mary, the Intelligence Officer, Nigerian Armed Forces Research Center, to please give a safety brief. Lieutenant P.E. Mary. Thank you.
The guest of honor, sir, General Lucky Elonye Yenutea Irabo, Nigerian Army Medal, the representatives of the service chiefs, the Commandant, Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center. Sir, permit me to observe the already established protocols. I am Lieutenant B. Mere, the Center Intelligence Officer and the Safety Officer for today's personal ceremony. While the program is going on, should any of us have the need to use the restroom, we have conveniences at both left and right side of this auditorium behind the discharging trainees. We also have convenience at the backstage where the guests of honor and other important personalities are seated. While our guests outside this auditorium, we use the guest room at the back of this auditorium close to Danjuma Hall. Exit routes. In addition to safety measures in place in this center, this auditorium has been marked and exit routes designated for quick and easy movement of everyone out of this auditorium to a safer area. There are 4 exit routes in this auditorium which will be used in the event of any emergency. Exit 1. Exit 1 is located behind the stage, where the guests of honor and other important personalities are seated. It is designated as for Alpha and Bravo. In the event of any emergency, the guests of honor and other important personalities on the stage will leave this auditorium through exit 1. Exit 2. Exit 2 is located at my back on the left-hand side of the discharging trainee. In the event of any emergency, the discharging trainee is on my right from the center aisle, as well as other guests seated in close proximity to the exit point will leave this hall through exit 2. Exit 3. Exit 3 is located at the rear behind the discharging trainees. In the event of any emergency, the bank crew at the rear, the communication team at the rear, the discharging trainees, and other guests in close proximity to the exit point will leave this hall through exit 3. Exit 4. Exit 4 is located at my far left, which is on the right-hand side of the discharging trainees. In the event of any emergency, sir, the discharging trainees on my left from the center are members of NAOA, members of NOAA, members of NAFOA, and members of NAFRICOA, as well as the press, seated in close proximity to the exit point. All exit this auditorium in the event of any emergency. The guests of honor and important personalities on the stage will proceed to NAFRC photo stand, while every other guest in this auditorium will proceed to Air Marshal Isaka Amabo Sports Complex. Thereafter, NAFRC emergency team will take charge of the emergency situation. This brings me to the end of the safety brief. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next on the program is the Commandant's welcome address. Please permit me to most respectfully invite the Commandant, Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center, Air Vice Marshal Idigan Solumu. Please deliver his welcome address. Commandant, sir.
Our most esteemed special guest of honor, Chief of Defense Staff, General L.E.O. Irabo, Nigerian Army Major, representatives of the Chief of Army Staff, General Mohammed, the representative of the Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral A.N. Ayafa, and my colleague, the representative of the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Charles Owo. I most humbly and respectfully, sir, observe the already well-established protocol. It is indeed my honor and pleasure to welcome the special guest of honor, the Chief of Defense Staff, and all our esteemed invited guests to this occasion as of my dear trainees of the 2022 I wish to thank you all for taking out time to attend this very important ceremony in honor of our senior citizens who have put in 35 years of undiminished service to our dear country, Nigeria. I wish to humbly recall the initial brief that I received from you, sir, on being appointed Commandant and General Armed Forces Resettlement Center. In your wise counsel, you emphasize the need to make the experience of the jarring personnel passing through this center a memorable one. I wish to state that while implementing my other routine tasks, this simpler directive from the CDS has been my daily reference point. With the support of the Chief of Defense Staff, I can say with certainty that the center has been able to make the stay of the trainees a very memorable one indeed. This simpler feat was achieved by the many innovative procedures and manpower development strategies that we adopted during the course of training of this personnel. In order to reposition the center to function in line with current realities in vocational and skill acquisition training, vocational and skill acquisition delivery have been extreme in the new curriculum. It was in this line that the center within the duration of this course organized and conducted visits to farms and industries in the field of agriculture, manufacturing, and entrepreneurship. Some of these establishment visits include Acting Certain Farms Limited, Bridgeport Environmental Services Limited, Blue Consulting Limited. Others are Yaba College of Technology Consult, Guerrilla Farms, Real People Concept, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, and Mocha Home Nigeria Limited. These visits afforded the trainees the opportunity to see at first hand the actualization of the practical and theoretical training they were exposed to in the various workshops in the center. It is also worthy of note, in order to enhance the quality and content of our training, this center is presently in partnership with various organizations for delivery of vocational and skill acquisition trainings. It is in this line that the center is currently making efforts to enter into partnership with the Songhai farms in the Republic of Benin for delivery of lectures to the trainees and for conduct of train-the-trainer courses for our instructors, among others. I want to also observe that I assumed command of this center during the devastating period Consequently, the next set of trainees will run the 6-month course. This, however, comes with its challenges of accommodation and provision of commensurate healthcare support for the increased number of trainees for the next course and beyond. In order to mitigate these potential challenges, you encourage and facilitated the reactivation of the construction of a 300-suite accommodation that was abandoned for over 7 years due to some unresolved legal issues between the center and the project contractors. With the support of the Chief of Defense Staff and the Service Chiefs, Nafrc and the contractor have entered into a new and amended joint venture agreement to facilitate the completion of the project. I'm happy to inform the special guest of honor that the company has since moved to site and work has commenced with NSR. Accordingly, as part of the activities lined up for the passing out ceremony, the CDS will be graciously requested to visit the project site within the center. Another challenge of reverting to the initial 6-month duration for the pre-retirement course, as mentioned earlier, is the issue of provision of commensurate health care support for the trainees. This was surmounted with the support of the CDS and the service chiefs in the construction of a radio diagnostic center as part of the expansion and positioning of the center's hospital for better health delivery for the trainees and the entire Nafrc community. It has minor ailments that could easily be treated and referred to other healthcare facilities within Lagos for proper diagnosis and treatment. So this would be a thing of the past. While we have been able to procure some equipment such as the ultrasound machine and digital X-ray machines, we are still expecting some major equipment such as the CT scan and the radio imaging machine, among others. I believe that this would be looked into by service chiefs and the Chief of Defense Staff. Sir, you will do us the honor of commissioning the Radio Diagnostic Center, which was built by the Chief of the Air Staff this morning. In our desire to optimize the utility of these facilities, I would like to also humbly request that the service chiefs graciously approve our request earlier forwarded through the DHQ for the posting in of relevant personnel to man the various machines at the Radio Diagnostic Center. The special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, I wish to also observe that the power supply to this end, the center in conjunction with ECO Electricity Distribution Company and Messrs. Walewa Engineering, a power consultant, commenced the replacement of obsolete and dilapidated electrical equipment in the center. So far, aluminum reconductoring has been done, while 44 reinforced concrete walls and 4 isolation fuse points have been installed in the center. Additionally, a new 11 kVA line was connected to the national grid and energized on 11 June, just less than a week ago, sir. The new 11 kVA line is currently being tested in preparation for commissioning. It is my fervent belief that sooner than later, the issue of power fluctuation will be reduced to the barest minimum in the center. The center has continued to provide a conducive environment for learning and recreation for the trainees and the entire Nafrc community. It is in view of this The Lagos State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources recently conferred on the center the Lagos State Green Award for leading a sustainable lifestyle and taking positive action regarding environment in Lagos. In the same vein, the Lagos State chapter of the Waste Management Society of Nigeria also honored this center with an award of effective management of waste. These awards were presented to the center at the event to mark the year 2022 Annual World Environmental Day. In the execution of our constitutional mandate, some members of the armed forces of Nigeria have paid the supreme sacrifice. Although the federal government and the services have made remarkable improvement on the death benefits accruing to next of kin of fallen heroes, it has, however, been observed that most of the widows and orphans lack the requisite skills and knowledge to effectively manage the funds accrued from these benefits. It is in view of this that the Center secured the approval of the Chief of Defense Staff to establish the widows and orphans vocational and skill acquisition program to engage the families of departed colleagues in relevant vocational training in order to empower them with the requisite knowledge to enable them effectively manage the benefits paid to them. In the light of the above, the center has commenced the construction of a 58-bedroom accommodation for the prospective widows and orphans of fallen colleagues. This slide will also be shown to you, sir, time permitting. In conclusion, gentlemen, I wish to specifically tell the CDS that this set of trainees have distinguished themselves in the sense that they have been of exemplary behavior throughout the course. I wish to thank the homes that you left behind, your wives and children to come here, and this indeed is the only course that you carry with you to wherever you are going to reside, and I wish you well. I wish to categorically state that the success story of the New Nafrc could not have, within the short period under review, been possible without the enormous support, guidance, and finally involvement of the Chief of Defense Staff, our special guest of honor, and indeed the service chiefs. We remain very grateful to you, sir. I won't mention the details of what they have done, but sir, we are truly grateful. Again, I want to recognize also the cultural troupe that came all the way from the venue. Grace this occasion just to honor our police, Europe, and also to salute the valiant gentlemen that will be moving the uniform from today. I appreciate you for coming. Sir, the guests of honor, we remain grateful to you, sir, as we welcome you and our esteemed guests to this memorable event. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Please stand up. The next award in this category goes to Best Nigerian Airport Trainee. The award is also known as Chief of Staff Award. This award is presented to the trainee who scored the highest marks among Nigerian Airport trainees in Course 1, 2022. This award goes to Flight Sergeant Lukman Ibrahim of Peloni Workshop. Again, may I request the Commandant to please invite the representative of the Chief of Staff to make this presentation. The Commandant, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Please have your seat, sir. The guests of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, graduating trainees and their families, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the highest of the award presentation ceremony for the trainees. That is award to the best graduating trainee. The guests of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the best overall graduating trainee on Nafrc Course 1, 2022 Stream 2 is Ebu Seaman Adewumi Abiodun of Agri Department. This award is presented to Ebu Seaman Adewumi Abiodun of Agri Department because he emerged as the trainee who scored the highest marks in academics, workshop, and general studies, as well as other activities. This trainee further excelled in interpersonal relationship among his peers and larger Nafrc community, which is also graded. The trainee has also won the Retired Army, Navy, and Air Force Officers Association, properly known as RANAO Award. The center hosts the headquarters of Retired Army, Navy, and Air Force Officers Association, headquarters here in Lagos. Therefore, as a gesture of goodwill, corporate and social responsibility, as well as encouraging excellence in the center, the association gives an award to the best graduating trainee in every course. May I at this juncture request the Commandant to please invite honor to present the award to the trainee. The Commandant, sir. The second one. The same thing, sir. Oh, let me see. That is the award from the RANAO. The second award from the RANAO, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Please start us. The guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this segment of the ceremony. May I call on the master of ceremony to continue the rest of the program. Thank you and God bless.
Distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to request the Commandant, Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center, to invite the guest of honor to deliver his graduation address. The Commandant, sir.
Because today is a very special day, the annals of the history of the armed forces, and in very particular, the lives of our very distinguished graduates, I'd like us to remember that these men and women who have served our nation started over 35 years ago. And this is not their number at the time that they started this work. Members of the 24th regular recruiting take of the Army and the equivalents from the Navy and the Air Force. Somehow, along the line, many paid the supreme price. And so in honor to those who paid the supreme price in the course of the service of this nation, I'd like us to please rise and observe a minute silence. May the souls of those our colleagues who departed rest in peace. Amen. Please be seated. The representatives of the service chiefs, general officer, flag officer, and air officer commanding, Commandant Nafrc, President, Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, the coordinator, Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center Officers' Wives Association, Mrs. Naomi Idilubo, and other members of the various wives associations that are here present, commandants and commanders of military and paramilitary formations, captains of industries, very distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies, good morning. Before I present my graduation address this morning, I'd like to very specially congratulate our graduates for this day. Congratulating you for the very valuable service that you rendered to our fatherland. We give God all the glory to have kept you alive and healthy to witness this day. So, in a very special way, I am congratulating all of you. I am hopeful that before departing, I will have a handshake with every one of you. I went through the program and I saw that it contains a compendium of your photographs as well as your telephone numbers. In that regard, I'd like you and indeed urge you to please hold a copy as a lead. Let it become a form of directory for you, because you will need the services of each other as you depart from not just Nafrc, but as you take your leave of the various services. So I recommend that this program become a compendium for you that will serve as a telephone directory. Please do keep it. You will have need of it. On that note, I'd like to say that I'm most delighted to be the special guest of honor at this graduation ceremony of the Trainees of Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center, Course 1, Oblique 2022, Stream 2. I felicitate with you today on this symbolic graduation as you achieve an important milestone in the distinguished military career that you have had. I'm aware that your course was for a 3-month duration instead of the normal 6 months. The reduction came about as one of the protective measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in line with Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 guidelines. However, you have successfully completed this course amidst tight schedules. This shows your commitment and discipline, which are all attributes you have acquired in the course of your active service to our dear nation. Let me emphasize that the Trainees Pre-Retirement course is to reorientate and position you for a successful reintegration into civil life after a meritorious service to our dear country. It is our expectation that your graduation, the service, and this center will continue to get positive feedbacks as you gallantly soar through the post-service life. Be bold and courageous. Remain disciplined and focused. The sky certainly is your beginning. You will, from time to time, take on full charge as planners and executors of your personal daily activities. This may sound exciting and promising, but beware. You need to properly manage your freedom, make use of your resources in order to be successful. And you know that for the past 35 years, we've had to tutor your life on a daily basis, even sometimes back to your living accommodation, and even when you are giving leaves and passes. That will no longer be the case. So that means that you shall from a new kind of life, and then you will realize that managing oneself and managing your timing and resources is a daunting one. But I know that the values that have been inculcated in you and by virtue of the training you've also received here, we have no doubt whatsoever that you will live up to the expectation. Congratulations. The society will expect a high moral standard and discipline from you. You also have to prove in your relationships that you pass through a highly disciplined system. As our ambassadors, always remember that the Armed Forces of Nigeria remains your primary constituency. I believe in your abilities to do us proud. It is important at this point to let you know that the level of insecurity is high in our nation. So, as you retire into the larger society, please beware of subversive elements within your environment and do not associate with your loyalty to Nigerian armies and indeed the Federal Republic of Nigeria is non-negotiable. I must inform you that so many challenges are associated with post-service life. Challenges include how you will manage your resources, as I informed you much earlier, especially your retirement benefits. Influence from members of your family and friends, management of your physical and mental health, as well as integrating with the larger society remains part and parcel of challenges. Therefore, I urge you to be proactive in order to avoid or overcome these challenges. It is also risky for you to embark on a new lifestyle that is above your means or engage in non-lucrative ventures. Neither should you abstain from physical exercises. Indeed, on a daily basis, make it a routine to exercise in order to sustain the quality life and the health that God has given you as you exit the service. I am sure that your training has exposed you to several vocational opportunities, entrepreneurial and general managerial skills to alleviate the above-mentioned pitfalls in order to have a stress-free and meaningful life in retirement. In this works, I urge you to employ the various knowledge and skills you have acquired while undergoing the Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center training for peaceful and productive economic life as you reintegrate into the Nigerian civil society. I encourage you to justify the magnanimity of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, who has continued to support the armed forces, most especially the retiring members of the armed forces, and seen in the enhanced packages by maintaining your loyalty and dedication to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And in view of very unblemished and indeed distinguished service that you have offered to our dear nation and to the armed forces in particular, I'd like, while all the graduates sit down, the rest of us to please rise up as we give a standing ovation to these gallant soldiers. Thank you so very much. Please be seated. At this juncture, I sincerely commend the leadership of Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center for its relentless efforts at ensuring that our discharging armed forces personnel are exposed to the latest trends in global entrepreneurship and management training. In this wise, I'm happy to know that I recently approved the reviewed Nafrc training curriculum, which the Commandant alluded to earlier on, which of course enable the trainees to benefit from the modern trends of doing business. I sincerely urge the Commandant to continue these laudable initiatives for high-quality human resource development. My special appreciation goes to the Commandant and his team of dedicated staff and instructors who have worked tirelessly to maintain and make this course a huge success by providing the enabling and conducive environment for the learning, the impartation of knowledge with the right aptitude that will ultimately shape you as you venture into the larger society. Commandant, congratulations. Let me urge you not to relent, but to remain focused and committed to your duties so that the high standard which the center is well known for will be maintained. And I trust that that will be. Meanwhile, I wish to use this opportunity to appreciate the President, Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for the focused direction and unflinching support to the armed forces. Let me therefore renew our pledge of loyalty to the Commander-in-Chief and the Constitution of the Federal Republic. On this note, whilst thanking the Almighty God for making this graduation ceremony possible, I sincerely thank and wish our distinguished guests, well-wishers and trainees, as well as those who grace this occasion, journey messages back to their respective destinations. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give the guest of honor another resounding round of applause. Thank you, sir, for these words of wisdom and encouragement. It is hoped that the graduates will not only take these words to heart, but will also make use of the wisdom therein in their future endeavors. Once again, we thank you, sir. Next on the program is the presentation of gifts to guests. Permit me to invite my co-compare, Squadron Leader O.C. Ope, to continue with the rest of the proceedings. Thank you, sir.
The guest of honor, sir, very distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Next on the program is the presentation of gifts to our guests. This session is in line with the efforts of the various associations, military formations, units, individuals, and all contributed in one way or the other towards the success of this course. Without much ado, may I most respectfully invite the Commandant, Nigerian Armed Forces, Marshal A.D. Gamso Lobo Grand Star, River Star, General Service Medal, Fire Instructor, Power Staff Course, Fellow of the War College, and Master of Science. To make this public presentation. On the list to receive this gift is a very revered friend of this center, the Chairman, Mushin Local Government Area, Lagos, Honorable Emmanuel Bamiboye. You're welcome here, sir. Next to receive this gift is a very senior officer, retired but not tired. Ladies and gentlemen, please may I invite to receive this token, Air Commodore A.S.A. Buhari, retired. You're welcome, sir. And also the former commandant of this prestigious center. With the gift Wife Association, Mrs. Naomi A.D. Lobo. And as soon as the coordinator is presented with this gift, I will humbly request the commandant to take his leave to take a seat while the coordinator remain behind to do the next presentation. The coordinator man. And to receive these gifts from the Nafrc coordinator is none other than our model present here with us today, the President, the Defense and Police Officers' Wife Association, Barrister Mrs. Vicky Anwuli Irabo. Thank you very much, man. You're welcome, man. You may take your seat, man. May I still humbly request the commandant to please come forward to do the presentation of the remaining gifts to our guests. The commandant, sir. Next to receive this gift is the commandant of the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General I.M. Yusuf. You're welcome, sir. And next to receive this gift is the Commandant of the Armed Forces Commandant Staff College, Air Vice Marshal O.A. Tuwashi. You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Next to receive this gift is the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal I.O. Amau, ably represented by the Chief of Policy and Plant, Headquarters, Nigerian Air Force, Air Vice Marshal CEO. You're welcome, sir. Next is the Chief of the Naval Staff to receive this token award. Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Admiralty Medal, ably represented by the Flag Officer Commanding Western Naval Command, Rear Admiral A.N. Ayafa. You're welcome, sir. And next to receive this gift is the Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General F.I.A. Nigerian Army Medal, ably represented by the Chief of Administration, Army Headquarters, Major General U.S. Muhammad. You're welcome, sir. And next to receive this gift is the Commandant of the National Defense College, Rear Admiral N.N. Bashir. You're welcome, sir. It is now time for the Commandant to make a very special presentation to our guest of honor. May I have this privilege to invite the guest of honor, General L.A.O. Irabo, to receive this token presentation from the Commandant, the guest of honor, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You may take your seat. Another round of applause for the guest of honor, please. Guest of honor, sir, very senior officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please stay back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the program while I invite the master of the ceremony to continue with the rest of the proceeding. The master of the ceremony.
Another round of applause for the guest of honor. With the kind permission of the guest of honor, may I please request the wife of the commandant, the coordinator of Nafrc, to please come forward and make a token presentation to the President, Defense Police Officers Wives Association. Thank you. It is a special presentation. Please put your hands together. I request the coordinator Nafrc to please invite the National President, Defense and Police Officers Wives Association to please come forward for a gift. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. The guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, graduating trainees of Nafrc, Course 1 of 2022, Stream 2. Please be informed that there will be a group photograph at the photo stand. For the trainees, you are please requested to ensure you get a handshake before you climb to the staircase at the photo stand. Handshake from the Chief of Defense Staff. You are also to please come up at the photo stand while the guest of honor and other dignitaries will be ushered to the stand. Thereafter, the guest of honor and other dignitaries will be ushered to General Oludin Shaki Exhibition Arena to see Made in Nafrc products, and to the Nafrc Medical Center for the commissioning of newly built Nafrc Diagnostic Center, and later to location of ongoing projects within Nafrc. The guest of honor, sir, the selected distinguished guests and staff are to join the guest of honor at the photo stand. Very senior invited military officers, coordinator, Nafikowa, President Dipowa, and some directors. May I now respectfully request the Deputy Commandant, Major General S.I. Igbenowahia, to please give the vote of thanks on behalf of the center. The Deputy Commandant, sir.
Our most esteemed guest of honor, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Elonye Oyunachi Rabo, Nigeria Army Medal, representatives of the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, and the Chief of Air Staff, I most humbly and respectfully observe the already well-established protocol. It is my profound honor and privilege to deliver this vote of thanks at this very auspicious occasion of the passing out ceremony of Nigeria Armed Forces Resettlement Center Trainees Course 01/2022, Stream 2. Today's ceremony officially marks the end of the Nafrc Course 01/22, Stream 2, and also the end of preparation of the retiring personnel for post-service life. May I therefore, on behalf of the Commandant, staff, and the entire Nigeria Armed Forces Resettlement Center community, sincerely thank all who contributed in one way or the other to the successful conduct of the training of this batch of trainees. Let me begin by extending our profound gratitude to Almighty God for granting us good health of mind and body throughout the duration of the program. I would like to thank the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, for his guidance and untiring support to the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Similarly, our sincere gratitude goes to the Honorable Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi, retired Commander of the Federal Republic, for his leadership and strategic guidance. Our most sincere appreciations goes to the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Elonye Oyunachi Rabo, Nigeria Army Medal, for his mentorship, direction, and continuous support to this center, and for graciously accepting to honor us with his very esteemed presence, despite the very demanding nature of his exalted office. Thank you, sir. Our hearty appreciation goes to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, Nigeria Army Medal, ably represented here by Major General U.S. Mohammed, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Zuberi Gombo, Admiralty Medal, ably represented also here by Air Vice Marshal A.N. Ayafa, and the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Oladayo Amao, Distinguished Flying Star, ably represented here by Air Vice Marshal Charles O, for their support throughout the duration of the course, especially for the prompt release of retirement benefits and for the enhanced service chief's financial grant. Without such timely support, it may not have been possible for the center to effectively conduct this program. We also extend our profound appreciations to the Chief of Defense Space Administration, the commandants of the National Defense College, the commandants of the National Defense College, the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, the Nigerian Defense Academy, and the Air Force Institute of Technology. Our warm and special appreciation also goes to the GOC 81 Division, the FOC Western Naval Command, the Flag Officer Commanding Naval Training Command, the Flag Officer Commanding Naval Doctrine Command, and the Air Officer Commanding Nigerian Air Force Logistics Command. Your regular interactions with the center in both training and social support are not taken for granted. We also want to thank especially the members of the National Assembly Committee on Defense for their steadfast support to this center. Sincere appreciations also goes to the representative of the Inspector General of Police, the Comptroller General of Customs, and the Chairman, Mushin Local Government Area, our landlord. May I, as this doctor, appreciate some corporate organizations, agencies, and parastatals of government, as well as external resource persons who partnered with us towards the successful conduct of the training program. They include, but not limited to, Yaba College of Technology Consult, Demilia Farm, Real People Concept, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Mocha Foam Limited, and many others. Others are the Atkins Seteru Farms Limited, Richbourg Environmental Services Limited, and the Blossom Blue Consulting Limited. Your continuous support to the center is sincerely appreciated. We will not fail to express our gratitude to the President, Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, Barrister Mrs. Vicky Anwuli Irabo, for gracing this occasion with her esteemed presence. Thank you, ma'am. Our sincere appreciations also goes to the Coordinator, Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center Officers' Wives Association, our amiable mother and wife, Mrs. Naomi Lubo, and her very vibrant members for keeping the home front in harmony, therefore allowing the Commandant and we, his lieutenants, to deliver on the mandate of the center. Our sincere appreciation also goes to the coordinators of Defense Intelligence Officers' Wives Association, Military Pension Board Officers' Wives Association, Defense Space Administration Officers' Wives Association. We also appreciate the chairperson of Nigeria Army Officers' Wives Association, 81 Div Chapter, the chairperson Naval Officers' Wives Association, Lagos State Chapter, and the chairperson Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association, Logistics Command Chapter. At this juncture, I would like to extend our very special and warm appreciations to the families and the spouses and families of our retiring servicemen and women. We salute your sacrifice, tenacity, and commitment towards ensuring that these gallant soldiers gave their best to our dear nation these past 35 years. Without keeping the home front stable, this may not have been possible. Therefore, it is my honor to announce to you that today we release your husbands and wives back to you. May I once again, on behalf of the Commandant and the entire Nafrc community, express our profound gratitude to very senior officers, both serving and retired, as well as several other distinguished personalities who made our time to grace this occasion. It is our sincere hope that when next we invite you for our numerous training and social activities, you will graciously oblige us with your very esteemed presence. Finally, we are indeed grateful to members of the Passing Out Ceremony Organizing Committee for having put up an impressive week-long program that accumulated in the wonderful activities we have witnessed today. As we come to the end of this program, may the Almighty God grant all journey mercies back to our destinations. Thank you and God bless.
Another round of applause for the Deputy Commandant. With the kind permission of the guest of honor, permit me to make this single announcement. I would like to announce the presence of the representative of the Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Mrs. Tolani Oshodi, Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Office, Lagos State. You are welcome, ma'am. Ushers, please bring us. Madam, please rise for recognition. Let's put our hands together for our please. Thank you very much, ma'am. The guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, graduating trainees of Nafrc Course 1 of 2022 Stream 2. We have now come to the end of the passing out ceremony of discharging trainees of Nafrc Course 1 of 2022 Stream 2. To our invited guests, I do hope you had a nice time with us. For me and my co-compare, it has been our pleasure having you as a member of today's audience, as you have made our job easy with your pleasant disposition. Until we meet again, on behalf of the Commandant, staff, and trainees of this prestigious center, I say thank you and God bless. Shall we please rise for the general salute? Thank you very much. Trainees, you are please requested to please sit while the guest of honor please move to the photo stand. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Why did you leave us? Continue. Yeah, you have the tire back. Chris. I'll text you guys. Great guy.
After this picture, come give you now. Now your own.
From here, no pick.
Maybe your climb up. You just go there.
Clap it, walk with. Clap the walk with. Let's even get back. In they use In they use web, so you go request. I can't really use the app. Maybe I should call. Maybe let's use WhatsApp to call me there. My own WhatsApp is on there to ring here.
Check. Okay, who the first time?
Depend on the quality of the battery and quality of the panel. Like for me, that's my thing.
Yes.
Just a good. It's a pleasure. Yes, well done. No problem. Well done. Well done. Yes. Well done. Well done. Yes. Well done. Okay. Well done. Great job. Yes. Well done. Yes. All right. Good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Great job, Ida. Well done. Yes. Well done. Thank you.
Salute once, shake and go.
Ahmed, well done. Well done. Great job. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Abbas. Yes. 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 Well done. How are you? Yes. Well done. Well done. Yes. 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 Well done. Yes. Well done. Well done. Yes. Well done. Well done. Yes. Listen, I hope you are working on it. Well done. Well done, man. Yes. Yeah, right, people. All right.
That one.